Night in and night out since the All-Star break, he's been totally in control, guys. Check out the numbers. Second in scoring, 10th in assists, and showing what a good defender he is, and especially his ability to play passing lanes. He ranks among the top 15 in the league in steals per game.
And Steve, you look at that scoring average. I mean, he's been fantastic. Absolutely one of the most dangerous, lethal scorers in the NBA right now.
Here's James. Can't hit. Excellent D that time from Jones. Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. But this is a team that's held a winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. James Jones, who's checked in for LeBron. Smith comes in for Mike Miller. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Matthew Dellavedova. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And the Rockets showed great patience and planning over time, freeing up cap space, acquiring young assets. That enabled them to trade for James Harden and, of course, attract Dwight Howard in free agency, too.
Mozgov, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. LeBron comes in for Shumpert. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Cleveland.
And they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Jones. And Jones pulls it down.
And this Rockets team, for all of its success, is still young, still developing that chemistry, but make no mistake, they've elevated themselves from playoff contender to potential title contender. I think exciting times are certainly in store in Houston.
And that is good.
Great teamwork out there, really helping each other out.
They're playing as one. I mean, they're like a symphony. Everybody in harmony and in beat and in rhythm. 5 straight baskets now have resulted because of assists.
Howard, good.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
And he gets it to go.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Mozgov dishes to Irving. James kicks to Irving. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, you gotta love that assist by LeBron.
It's Harden with the drive. That misses, would have counted had it gone in. And so we wrap up the first half. Cleveland ahead, up by 9. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. We have seen an exceptional performance from Dwight Howard.
Pretty much all throughout that first half, he was just taking care of business down low. In fact, he had several dunks.
Well, Steve, there's been no defensive effort or resistance down low when he gets the ball in scoring position. That's why he's making it look so easy.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
We watched Howard play some great basketball. He's got 14 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
Well, that's obviously not a big number, but he's been doing some valuable defensive work for him.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, LeBron and Thompson are up front. Smith is out there with Irving, and it's Shumpert in the 3, the small post.
It's a bit of a controversial statement last year when LeBron said that there are no longer any real rivalries in the NBA anymore. It seemed off at first, but he might have a point.
And the logic LeBron used in making that rivalry statement was that all of these players, Clark, have known each other for so long, coming up through amateur tournaments, AAU and the like.
And not to mention, Kevin, that with how free agency is structured now, there's a lot more player movement going on. Still, I can't get 100% on board with what he said.
And he can't bank that one in. Rockets trail by 8. And it's Terrence Jones with the finish.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above. Nice kick out after the defense had collapsed on him.
Rockets have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. And the shot is good. And that's 20 points for Dwight Howard.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. Get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Timeout call for Rockets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And guys, had their free throw shooting been anywhere near up to par, I think it would have changed everything in that game.
No doubt about it. I mean, there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line. It infiltrates other parts of your game.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Miller comes in for Shumpert. Harden draws the double. Howard kicks to Harden. Mozgov with the block. And they'll keep possession. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. That's going to send Dwight Howard to the line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Well, Dwight Howard, in his words, back to having fun playing basketball last season in Houston. A younger group, more compatible to his fun-loving personality, and certainly with Harden and others, they've got a depth of talent that is very impressive. Probably the best core around him of his entire career.
James Harden with those rush hour handles, whether it's breaking his man down in isolation or running the pick and roll, he keeps that thing on the string.
And Harden, a left-hander. Defenders tend to have more trouble, it seems, guys, with southpaws.
Well, and especially with Harden because of how crafty he is. He's got that Manu Ginobili Euro move, the change of speed, change of direction, and then the strength. I mean, that's what separates him. He draws contact and seems to just go right through players.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. The Cavaliers leading by 5. He feeds it to Mozgov. Pass to Smith. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Irving against Terry. Clock at 6. Irving passes to Mozgov. Miller, that's for 2. It's rebounded by Houston. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
Yeah, that was an interesting game. Very close, back and forth, and in the end, free throws were the difference.
Harden, no good.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
I think he got there in time. Nice play.
Pablo Prigioni, he's checked in for Houston. James checked in for the Cavaliers. Iman Shumpert has come in for J.R. Smith. A big differential there. These real close games, sometimes there's just One stat, Clark, one stat you can point to.
And Kevin, it seems like more often than not, it's free throw shooting. Sometimes one team just has a nose for not only getting to the line, but converting those charity tosses.
He only dishes to Jones. Howard wide open. Bank shot, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 6. And Shumpert kicks to Mozgov.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark bringing it down hard,
Yes,
my
sir.
brother. And Howard with the stuff.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think we're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course.
LeBron's shot is good.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the